election. The Constitution would not permit it. After the meeting, Eastman acknowledged to Giuliani, "There's no chance any of this is going to happen." Later, Eastman would deny that Pence had refuted his arguments. Trump was unconvinced by Pence's presentation. He soon walked out of the Oval and boarded Marine One to begin his trek to Dalton. On the trip, Donald Trump Jr. got Trump riled up again about Pence. The president's eldest son did not believe the vice president was fighting hard enough to keep Trump in office. "He's weak," Trump Jr. told his father. Graham traveled with the president and tried to counter the Pence hate. "He can't do what you're asking him to do," Graham told Trump. "If Al Gore tried this, we would have all been rioting in the streets." Trump responded by suggesting Gore wasn't smart enough to try to block certification. "They didn't think about it," he said. "Oh, okay," Graham said facetiously. When Trump took the rally stage in Dalton, he was supposed to be motivating his supporters to vote for Perdue and Loeffler. Instead, he gave them reason to doubt the integrity of the state's elections. The very first words out of the president's mouth were, "I want to thank you very much. Hello, Georgia. By the way, there's no way we lost Georgia. There's no way. That was a rigged election. But we're still fighting it, and you'll see what's going to happen. I've had 2 elections," he added. "I won both of them. It's amazing. I actually did much better on the second one." None of that was true. The rally devolved from there into a classic Trump grievance fest. About 8 minutes into his remarks, the president threatened the man who had stood by him more faithfully than anyone. "I hope Mike Pence comes through for us, I have to tell you," Trump said. "I hope that our great vice president comes through for us. He's a great guy. Of course, if he doesn't come through, I won't like him quite as much. No, Mike is a great guy. He's a wonderful man and a smart man and a man that I like a lot, but he's going to have a lot to say about it." After days of privately pressuring Pence to do what the law would not allow, Trump had turned on him publicly. The president's comments disgusted some senior White House officials. One of them recalled, "Pence had been such a loyalist during the whole 4-year period. My God. We all took bullets for the guy, but Pence went out straightening misstatements and taking bullets on everything." How the president could go after Pence as disloyal was insane to me. And you had these outside nutjobs. I don't even want to call them conservatives. I'll say Trumpists who were picking on Pence. That made my blood boil. In Colorado that night, Mike Ludig, a former federal appeals court judge, a lifelong conservative, and a respected expert on the Constitution, was having dinner with his wife at their getaway home. The phone rang and Cullen, Ludig's good friend, was on the other end of the line, calling from his home in Virginia where it was about 9 o'clock. "We've got an issue," Cullen said, pausing briefly. "It's John Eastman." The Pence team was shaken by Eastman